Hello friends, in today's video I will be cleaning and decorating our front entryway for Christmas, as well as giving you a few little glimpses into our everyday life. Alright, so I'm in the sunroom and I'm just waiting for the kids to finish getting dressed and then we're going to have breakfast. But if you saw my video where I was decorating my sunroom tree, this one, I'm showing you quickly because I'm going to show you the changes I've made. If you saw that video, you're going to notice some different things. If you didn't, go back and watch it. It was my 2023 Decorate With Me, the first one. Anyway, it's on there. And I've made some changes to this tree, so I want to show you what I've done. All right, so the first thing I've done is I've added some of these sparkly balls. They're kind of like almost like a wicker, but they've got the sparkles on them. So there's red and gold. So I've added, excuse me, I've added a couple of those throughout. I also added down here, I have that little present there in the background. And then the biggest change was up here, I took down the star and I put this at the top because the star that I had on there was really light. It was like a light gold color. And I just felt like with all the color going on in the tree, the star kind of just blended in and it felt empty up there. So now my magical, whimsical gingerbread tree is done. I just feel like it's more balanced with that red on the top, that little pop of red. So those are just a few picks that I put in there and I really like it. I like it better than the star. So that tree is done and I absolutely love it. I've also added a couple things to my ledges. So these are little wooden stockings. They're really cute. This one says Merry Christmas on it. And this one as well, Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So they're really, really sweet. So those hang there from the ledge. I've added a few things over here. This is a book from when I was a little child. And I actually have entries written in here from 1991. If you can believe it or not. I was born in 85. Yeah. This was me by Maryann. This was my writing in 1991. I would have been 6 years old. Anyway, this is pretty special. So I've added that. A little bit of decor over here. A few things up here. My beautiful daughter right there. So yeah, the tree is done. I've changed the top and I'm really, really happy with where it's at right now. It's Tuesday, and on Tuesdays, the kids go to open gym. It's like a gymnastics thing here that we go to at the homeschool group. So she's got her cozy Christmas slippers on. I don't blame her. It's cold today. Yeah. I got the wood stove going, so that'll help to heat things up pretty quick. But we don't have a long school morning, just a few things, early lunch, and then open gym. And then decorating the mudroom this afternoon, I think. Yeah. In all the work you are doing, work the best you can. Work as if you were working for the Lord, not for men. Colossians 3:23. God is an excellent creator, and you can honor him by doing everything in life with excellence.
Even tiny baby ants.
Yeah. Are all created by God.
He
every detail.
He cares of every single thing.
He does. Yeah. But the Bible says that he cares about us the most.
Us?
Yeah, humans. Yeah.
Why?
We're his prized creation. That's why he died for us. He didn't die for animals, he died for us. We're just taking a few minutes break. I'm sitting by this fire because I'm so cold. I love Christmas and I love winter, but I get cold really easy, so this fire is amazing. And the kids need to get their sillies out. Especially Bennett. He's very wiggly today, so he's downstairs playing right now because sometimes that's the best thing for little kids is to just go play. We're all done school for the day, so now I'm just tackling some general tidy up around the house before I get started cleaning and decorating the mudroom. Making my bed is something I do every single day. It feels so good for me when I walk past my bedroom just to see everything neat and tidy. And I recently decorated it for Christmas, so if you haven't seen my video on that, I will link that in the description below. And it's really cozy. I've got a tree, and at nighttime it's all lit up. It's so nice. And the living room here, same idea. I just like to straighten up the blankets and the pillows. I know that they don't stay that way, and that's okay. But as I walk past the living room every day, I just want to see a little bit of order in there. So I always like to tidy things up. I usually do it a couple times in the day. So the way it looks right now in this clip, it doesn't last for very long. And you'll actually see here in a second, my dog, she's already trying to get under that blanket because she has to be under a blanket all the time. Are you finally ready to come inside? She's been outside and inside and outside and inside. Are you ready? Come on. All right, so now I am starting to get the mudroom all cleaned up. I already have some stuff in here. You can see that bin of Garland. I had been putting a few things in here over the last week that I knew I was going to use. So I'm just moving everything off of the surfaces, getting everything cleaned up, and it feels really good to do these things. My dogs, they like to put their paws up on these window ledges when they look out the window, and so you can imagine the dirt that builds up on those window ledges. So getting those clean feels so good. And vacuuming, we have some animals outside as well. We have chickens and bunnies and guinea pigs. So hay and straw and things like that, it all gets tracked in on our shoes. So I vacuum this room a couple times every day actually, but I'm doing a really thorough vacuuming here. And it really feels very satisfying to see everything get picked up. So getting this all cleaned up feels really, really great. I cannot decorate a dirty area. It's just not possible for me. Maybe that's something that you can do. It is not something I can do. So I like to know that everything I'm working with is completely clean and ready, and that's what I'm doing here today. This corner right here is where I put the Christmas tree that goes in our mudroom. So I always move the furniture aside a little bit, like you can see there. And oh my goodness, the stuff that builds up behind things in a mudroom, I mean, I can see why they call it a mudroom. And I show you here in a second a very real life moment of what is on my cloth. Ugh, look at that, it's disgusting. And finally, just to give the floors a really good mopping, they desperately needed it, and the room feels ready to decorate. All right, so it is actually the next day. After I got home from taking the kids to their gymnastics class, my mom came for a visit, and then I had to get into cooking supper. So decorating the mudroom was not on the cards yesterday, but because I got it all cleaned yesterday, it's prepped and ready for me to go today. So we're just having breakfast. We're going to start our school morning here in a minute. And then after school is done, I'm going to head into the mudroom and get everything up. And we have a special little guest here that Bennett wants to introduce to the YouTube world. Hold it up. That is Baby Puppy. This is Bennett's favorite little stuffy. Baby Puppy is now on YouTube. He fell off his bike and scuffed up his chin and his shoulder. But yeah, this is Baby Puppy, his favorite little stuffy. Anyway, so we're going to get our school morning done, and Rebecca's coming out in a minute. She's just getting dressed. We're going to get our school morning done and then get to some more decorating. Finally, we are decorating the mudroom. I love getting this room all set up for Christmas. My garland was not cooperating with me though, as you'll see here in a second. I was trying to fasten it to the nails in the wall, and right when I got up to this corner, the first part, it just fell off the wall completely. So I had to redo that, but for the most part, it went pretty smooth. And the part that I have to laugh at though, and you're gonna see it here in a moment, is when I get out the Christmas tree that goes in this room. I've definitely learned a valuable lesson. I don't know about you, but the decorating version of myself, the decorating Maryann, is not the same as the undecorating Maryann. And when I decorate, I am so thorough and I pay such close attention to detail. And then when I undecorate, sometimes I'm just done and I take things down and throw them in the box, or I throw them in the bin. And I did that with our Christmas tree last year that goes in this room. And you'll see here in a minute why that was a bad idea. And I am making a commitment to myself that I will not do that again this year. So here I am just fluffing up the garland, spreading out the lights, making sure that everything is even. And this is kind of a tedious job, especially when you're reaching up overhead, but it's always worth it in the end. I like to leave lights on the garland. I just find it easier year after year rather than restringing it all the time. I leave the lights right on there and I only restring if they're burnt out. So anyway, you're gonna see what I was talking about with the Christmas tree here in just a moment. Here we go. So I am setting up this tree, and the first thing that you'll notice is that as I'm taking these pieces out, see all those strings of lights hanging off the tree? So what I did last year is when I took the tree down, I did not bother to take off any of the lights. I just pulled out each section of the tree, lights and all, and I just shoved it in the box. I was so tired. We had just moved in a few months before Christmas last year. And honestly, the moving in, the decorating, and then the undecorating, I was exhausted, and the taking lights off of the tree was the last thing I wanted to do. And we have 7 trees. So I was just done, okay? As much as I love Christmas, when it's time to take it down, it's time to take it down. So I threw everything into the box, and this year it was a giant tangled mess. I could not for the life of me make sense of these lights. I attempted here, this is me trying to straighten up what's on it, and then realizing right here that I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, and I'm going to have to just take all of the lights off and start fresh. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm taking every single string of lights off of this tree, untangling them, and starting over, which it was a long process, but it had to be done. They were such a mess. There was no way I could have salvaged this. So note to self, to the undecorating Maryann, don't do that next year. Now, we finish it off with the ornaments. I really love the entryway tree and garland. when this is all set up, I just love that this is the first thing that people see when they come into our home at Christmas time. All of my friends know that I am a massive, huge Christmas person. Like, I think it's just a joke now, kind of, amongst our friends. So to have the first thing that people see when they come into my home be really extra Christmassy, that's right, that just suits me. That seems like that's the right thing to do. So this is where we're at. I've got the tree pretty much done. I still have a few picks and things like that to add to it, but I'm just running out of time today. But this is what I have so far. It's coming along. It's looking pretty cozy in here, I think. What do you think, Bennett?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have done as much as I can do for today. Normally I can get this mudroom done in one day, but I guess it's just been busy. Life, I guess, right? When you have kids and things going on. So right now I am sitting in the car outside of my kids' piano teacher's house. So they're in there for piano lessons right now. And then when we get home, it'll be time for supper. And then, of course, the evening routine. So I did get most of it done today, and I am happy with what I got done. But the tree's not totally done yet. I do still have some picks to go in there. And I have the tree skirt as well. Plus I have some really sweet decor that I like to put out on, just on top of the tables and stuff in there. So I'm not done yet. I'm probably going to get it finished up tomorrow, but that will probably end up being in the next video. So yeah, I think I've done what I can for today. And that's it. That's life. You do what you can, right? Anyway, thank you so much for being with me today. I know that this video has been a little bit sporadic, but I appreciate you so much. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.